कार्टर सेंटर, प्रेसिडेंट जिमी कार्टर का वर्किंग होम, ऑफिस, रेसिडेंस। ये अटलांटा का है, ये है कैंपस इनका। अब हम घूमते हैं यहाँ पे क्या क्या है। जिमी कार्टर लाइब्रेरी एंड म्यूजियम। ये हमारे जिमी कार्टर साहब, जिनकी अभी दिसंबर में डेथ हुई है 100 साल की उम्र पूरी करने के बाद। ये है कार्टर साहब, बहुत बढ़िया। कार्टर प्रेसिडेंशियल सेंटर, बहुत सुंदर लग रहा है। चलते हैं हम कार्टर प्रेसिडेंशियल सेंटर। ये म्यूजियम है जिमी कार्टर साहब की। एंजॉय योर विजिट, टेक पिक्स, टैग अस ऑन इंस्टाग्राम एट कार्टर लाइब्रेरी 39। नो फ्लैश फोटो प्लीज। बैक सब्जेक्ट टू चेक। बेबी केयर।
Thank you. Once he found out everything, then he could call you to be surprised.
Amazing.
To work together for peace. And we will fight our wars against poverty, ignorance, and injustice.
Jimmy Carter was truly a product of his parents.
His mother represented a very tender heart. His father represented a very tough mind. You've got to have a tough mind and a tender heart. And I think Jimmy Carter was born that way.
I soon learned that he would be the greatest influence on my life of any man except my own daddy, my own father. With a coveted position in the Navy, Lieutenant Carter's life course seemed set. Utter amazement, I began to think that I should follow my father's footsteps rather than to continue with my Navy career. Try to do what I could to prevent that happening. First of all, I saw the horrible lack of honesty and integrity in the basic election laws of my own. On his first day in office, Governor Carter called upon all Georgians to choose a new direction.
I say to you quite frankly that the time for racial discrimination is over.
Jimmy Carter and incumbent Gerald Ford were in a close race up to the final days of the election.
NBC News projects James Earl Carter of the state of Georgia elected the next president of the United States.
On day one, the new president faced the ambitious promise he made on the campaign trail, setting
a demand for energy with our rapidly shrinking resources. By acting now, we can control our future instead of letting the future control us.
With China, signed new Panama Canal treaties, and negotiated a new arms limitation treaty with the Soviet Union.
To this mountaintop tomorrow will come Menachem Begin and Anwar Sadat to try to reach across the years of misunderstanding and hatred that have divided their peoples and find some common ground.
To Israel and to Egypt.
Let there be no more war.
Peace unto you. Shalom.
Gain control of the Persian Gulf region.
Rights.
He came in one day and said, I'd like for you to go to Latin America.
President Carter's legacy is peace with the world. And he left the presidency not only with peace, but with the respect and admiration of the majority of the citizens on this planet.
Well, when I would say, involuntarily retired from the White House, 4 years earlier than I had anticipated, I wanted something else to occupy my time and to make my life interesting. As I sat up in bed and said, I've got an idea, we can have a little place in Atlanta, similar to Camp David, where people that have a conflict or a war ongoing or potential can come to us and we'll help negotiate a peace agreement. So that was...
To be sure to be able to participate in something like that.
Conflict resolution goes hand in hand with nurturing the growth of democracy. The Carter Center and President Carter himself have played a central role in resolving bitter divisions between and within nations.
Jimmy Carter is this year's winner of the Nobel Peace Prize. The former president received the
My name's Jimmy. Jimmy, nice to see you.
In the presidency, he got a sense of the fact that the world can be changed. And it doesn't take a government to change it. It can be changed one person at a time, one disease at a time, building one house at a time. He's led by something within, and he follows it wherever it leads. And it's not a matter of it being easy or successful. It just needs to be done. And if nobody else will do it, he'll try.
God gives us a capacity for choice. We can choose to alleviate suffering. We can choose to work together for peace. We can make these changes, and we must.
Looking man said, look to your right and look to your left. By the end of the summer, one of you will not be here for. I guess it looks like
जिम्मी कार्टर जो थे एटलांटा से थे। ये ऑफिस जिम्मी कार्टर का।
who came to Washington to visit with me at the time we normalized relations between our country and the People's Republic of China after 35 years of alienation one from another. We used
क्या पेंटिंग बनाई है। बहुत सुंदर। थैंक यू। अब हम चलते हैं, म्यूजियम देख लिया हमने, इससे ज़्यादा पूरा कैंपस घूम लिया है, बहुत सुंदर है यहाँ पे। और यूएस में रहने वाले इंडियंस से यही रिक्वेस्ट है, एक बार यहाँ ज़रूर विजिट करें।